Ever wonder what separates the super successful from everyone else? Is it luck? A brilliant idea? Well, what if I told you it's a simple, daily habit that people like Bill Gates and Elon Musk swear by, yet 99% of people completely ignore it? It's called the 5-hour rule, and it could be the single most important change you make in your life. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll have a practical blueprint to implement this powerful strategy and unlock your own potential. So, what exactly is this magical 5-hour rule? It's incredibly simple in principle. Dedicate 1 hour every workday, 5 days a week, exclusively to deliberate learning. That's it. 5 hours a week, focused on getting better. This isn't about working longer hours on your regular tasks. It's about stepping away from the daily grind to intentionally sharpen your mind and expand your skills. Think of it like a mental workout. You wouldn't expect to get physically strong without ever going to the gym, right? The same logic applies to your knowledge and abilities. Let's look at the titans who live by this rule. Bill Gates is famous for his think weeks, where he isolates himself just to read and think. But on a daily basis, he's a voracious reader, consuming about 50 books a year. That's nearly a book a week. Elon Musk, a man who is literally revolutionizing space travel and electric cars, taught himself rocket science. How? By reading. He devoured textbooks on astrophysics and engineering. When asked how he learned to build rockets, he simply said, "I read a lot of books. These aren't exceptions. They are examples of a pattern." Warren Buffett spends up to 80% of his day reading. Oprah Winfrey credits reading with much of her success, calling it her personal path to freedom. The core idea is that consistent, deliberate learning creates a massive competitive advantage over time. It's the power of compound interest, but for your brain. A small investment of 1 hour a day might not seem like much. But after a week, that's 5 hours. After a month, it's over 20 hours. After a year, you spent more than 250 hours actively improving yourself. Imagine what you could learn in 250 hours. You could become proficient in a new language, learn to code, master a musical instrument, or become an expert in a niche field that could triple your income. While everyone else is staying stagnant, you're building a skyscraper of knowledge, one brick at a time. Now, here's the crucial part where most people get it wrong. They confuse entertainment with education. After a long day, it's tempting to crash on the couch and binge, watch the latest hit series, or scroll endlessly through social media feeds. And look, there's nothing wrong with relaxing. But we have to be honest with ourselves. Is that activity making you better? Is it adding a new skill to your toolbox? Or is it just a pleasant distraction? Think about it. Watching a documentary about ancient Rome is learning. Watching a gladiator-themed action movie is entertainment. Reading a book on financial investing is learning. Watching a reality show about rich people spending money is entertainment. Listening to a podcast that breaks down new business strategies is learning. Listening to a gossip podcast is entertainment. The line is often blurry, but the question you need to ask is, am I passively consuming this, or am I actively engaging my brain to acquire new knowledge or skills? The 5-hour rule is about the latter. It's about being an active participant in your own growth. So, how can you put this into practice? It's easier than you think. There are 3 main pillars to the 5-hour rule: reading, reflection, and experimentation. First, reading. This is the foundation. Make it a non-negotiable part of your day. It doesn't have to be a physical book. It could be audiobooks during your commute, articles from reputable sources online, or industry reports. The key is to be intentional. Don't just read randomly. Choose material that aligns with your goals. Want to be a better leader? Read biographies of great leaders. Want to improve your marketing skills? Read books by the best marketers. Carry a book with you everywhere. Turn waiting time into learning time. The second pillar is reflection. Knowledge without reflection is like eating without digesting. You need to take time to think about what you've learned. This could be as simple as spending 10 to 15 minutes after a reading session, just staring out the window and thinking. Or you could try journaling. Write down the key ideas you encountered. Ask yourself questions. How does this apply to my life or my work? What can I do differently based on this new information? This simple act of processing is what turns raw information into usable wisdom. Albert Einstein himself said, "If I had an hour to solve a problem, I'd spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes thinking about solutions." That's the power of reflection. The third and final pillar is experimentation. This is where the rubber meets the road. Learning is useless if you never apply it. The 5-hour rule isn't about becoming a walking encyclopedia of trivia. It's about gaining skills that produce real-world results. If you learn a new programming concept, try building a small application with it. If you read about a new negotiation tactic, try using it in a low-stakes situation. Experimentation is scary because you might fail. But here's the secret. That's the point. People like Elon Musk don't see failure as an endpoint. They see it as a data point. When a SpaceX rocket explodes, they don't give up. They analyze the data, learn what went wrong, and build a better one. Every small experiment, whether it succeeds or fails, is a lesson. It's a form of rapid learning that theory alone can never provide. So, how do you find the time? This is the number one excuse. I'm too busy. Let's be real. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. The average person spends several hours a day on their phone and watching TV. We're not talking about finding 5 extra hours. We're talking about reallocating one of those hours. Wake up an hour earlier. Use your lunch break. Listen to an audiobook while you're at the gym or doing chores. Block it out in your calendar like a critical meeting, a meeting with your future self. Protect that time fiercely. The difference this one habit can make is astronomical. In 5 years, the person who consistently applies the 5-hour rule will be living in a completely different reality than the person who doesn't. They'll have more skills, more opportunities, more confidence, and likely, a lot more income. It's the ultimate life hack, hidden in plain sight. It all boils down to a choice. The choice between short-term comfort and long-term growth. The choice between passive entertainment and active education. The 99% choose comfort, the 1% choose growth. Which side do you want to be on? Start today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Identify when you can claim for learning. Pick up a book, watch an educational course, or just sit down and reflect on your goals. That one small step is the beginning of a journey that can completely transform your life. Thank you so much for watching. If you got value from this video, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content designed to help you level up in life. Let me know in the comments what you plan to learn with your first 5 hours. I'd love to hear about it. See you in the next one.